Hi, everybody, and welcome back to my channel, The Serendipitous Crafter. I'm Gracie, and I'm here with another collab. And so it's the Winter Journal Challenge from by Kia Creates, and um, and I'm December 24th, Letter to Santa, and I haven't had much of a chance to really do this challenge. December's quite busy, but I'm hoping to get some of these entries done. Like the December bookshelf, I would love to do a bookshelf and put some like favorite things in it. I'd really like to do that, and I'll just show you the bookshelf that I have. So this is what I have, and this was given like provided by a friend of mine from another group, and because she has one of these vintage bookshelves, and so this is just a it's just a picture of it, and so yeah, so I did I think I did a Halloween version of it, and I wanted to do a Christmas version of it. So yeah, but anyway, that's one of the prompt ideas I have in mind. Just to kind of, even though it's already passed, it was the 5th and the 6th. But anyway, today we're going to work on Letter to Santa, and I love the letters to Santa. My boys are older now, and they're past the letter to Santa, but and so when I saw this prompt, I just had to do it, and I also was searching for their letters to Santa because most of them I made copies of them before I sent them off to the North Pole because here in Canada we do have our Canada Post system does letters to Santa, and there is an address um, for Santa up in the North Pole, and that reminds me, I wanted to get the address and have it and put it on somewhere on my spread. Anyway, that's something to think about because I'm sure I'll be in bits and pieces on this video. But anyway, let's get into it. And I'm so excited that I was accepted to do the Winter Journal Challenge with Kia Creates. It's my first year for the winter one. I've done the 2 Halloween ones with her already. But anyway, so let's get started. This is my Christmas. This is like my main. Well, my main. It's like I made it last year, and it's a hunker. Like it's big. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 signatures. So it's quite a big journal, and it's just for anything and anything Christmas. I started at a December daily last year, and then and of course I got like so many pages left. So and so I did some challenges. It's becoming, I guess, the challenge journal maybe. I don't know. It'll be anything. I just love it so much that, I want to use it up. So let's go to the page where I'm kind of going to do this spread. And I want to put this here and kind of make an opening page. And I think I'm just going to really do this simply here. I'm not going to do an opening page right now. Just hold on. There we go. Get my glue stick that I'm in the middle of using. And I'm just going to glue it right to the page because I already printed this this prompt list and I lost it already. So I'm going to glue it down before I lose it again because yeah, this my desk is living through the Christmas season like no other, and definitely need a cleanup, a refresh sort of thing, which I'll be doing that in the fresh new year. So keep an eye out for that. But yeah, so today we're going to talk about letters to Santa. And my kids wrote letters, and before they could write, it was more, and we were getting like the flyers in the mail. Well, they would cut out what they wanted for Christmas from the flyer and paste it, and that was their letter to Santa. It was all these pictures and and I'd write a little note to Santa, on their behalf type of thing. They were just starting to write, so they knew how to write their name and that sort of thing in a couple of words. Anyway, but unfortunately, I can't find the copies of the letters I'm searching for, and I ransacked most of my house, thinking, or possibly I had saved them. I know they're somewhere. I know I've kept them. And the only thing I can find was an electronic version of a response from a letter to the boys from the Elf on the Shelf. And I printed a copy of that for now. And I don't even have the date. I'm thinking this is like probably 2017, 2018. I'm not even sure. So I have some research to do. Yeah. For those who have young kids, save yourself some trouble. Make sure you make copies of all their letters and put it in a box somewhere, that like in a small shoebox of sorts, and label it, because you'll want to find it. I found the stuff of Elf on the Shelf and all the shenanigans we did with that. I did find that, but I didn't find any letters to Santa, which makes me sad. But the spread, the spread will be created for it when I do find them, and I'll put it up, and they'll have a home. So I'm going to sort of do an interactive type of page, no less. I always seem to do those. I love making those. And I'm not sure it's actually going to work, but we're going to try. And so for the first part, I'm just going to decorate this side of the page. Our interactive section is over on this side, but I'm just going to work on this side just to kind of decorate it a bit, like prepping the what's to come type of thing. And I have these lovely digitals from Tracy Fox Creations. It's her new kit this Christmas season, and I absolutely love it. It's all about the letters. Like, it's all about the letters, postage, that sort of thing. So it really fit my for this spread, for this prompt. So I want to use it. And these are just tags from the kit, and I'm using it as background pages instead. What just fell? As long as it wasn't the glue stick, I'm good. There was some washi. That's all right. Yeah, so I'm just going to start with that, and we'll work ourselves into the rest of the spread. And so I really love this one. It has the little boy writing a letter to Santa, which is very appropriate because I have two boys. Oh, and I do have something else that I did in 2022, and those were that's another idea I'll show you as a spread that you can do. So I got a few ideas up my sleeve. When you connect so much with a prompt, like, the ideas just really flow, I find. So let's just put that down here. And this is just regular copy paper that I printed these digitals on. I'm hoping you're loving the collab so far. Everybody's the ones that have videos and others on Instagram. Beautiful spreads, like super creative. Just really, really fun. Some really, really fun layouts. Okay, this one, that's a different pocket. And and I have a special treat, and it's to do with the North Pole sign. So you'll see there's like a vintage looking North Pole sign in this digital, but I got the true North Pole sign picture. And I probably should have printed the other picture that had my husband in front of it because he's been there and he goes there several times a year. And he was just up there recently, like 2 weeks ago. So he got me another picture of the North Pole, the actual pole, and he was right in front of it. So I should have like printed that one too, just to kind of put it on here that, you know, it was from him. And I think I will do that now that I think of it. I'll find a little spot for it. And I'm just going to put that kind of staggered. I'm not really going for a specific layout. And then I have another one down here, and I wanted to put the handwriting because, you know, the handwriting the letter there, and I don't want to cover up the boys. I'm just gonna fold that here. Well, I'm gonna cut that here is what I'm gonna do. And I actually might use this as a pocket because I'm gonna need some pockets, I think. We'll see. I'll put that scrap aside, and then I'm just gonna glue this down here. So we got some ambiance leading up to the letters to Santa. Okay. Some kind of nice background pages. So we got that going, and I actually might use like an invisible one of those see-through pockets and just, I know I have one here because I'm using it for the, yeah, I'll show it to you right after. And then on this side, I'm just going to pull this out so I don't start gluing on the stuff. So this was another tag, and I really like it. So it's all envelopes, and so I cut open here just with the X-Acto knife some slits, and so this can be little pockets for just to kind of fold in little letters. So I'm going to put that right here, but I'm going to use double-sided tape. I don't usually use double-sided tape because I don't trust it as much as glue. But because I have these slits, I really need to be precise with the adhesive. So I'm going to use this. And so I'm just doing the three, all four sides, and I'm not gluing anything in the middle because that's for our pockets. So they're kind of little hidden pockets. You know how I like my hidden spaces in my journal. I always like creating those type of layouts. There we go. And I know my tag is a little, it's a little off center, like it's not even on both sides because I had to trim it a little bit because I'm going to cover this flap. This flap page came like really handy, so I'm going to do that. And I can actually fit another one there, but I think the paper is not very, thick, so it doesn't have too much stability on it. But I figured it'd be okay. I'll just take those off. So I think this is a nice way to commemorate letters to Santa. I'm just putting it on the page spread, especially if, you know, you're like me and you're kind of catching up on documenting your kids' life, and you didn't get quite everything uh, down. Well, this is like spread for all the letters to Santa instead of like over the years, right? Which is perfectly fine. And so now I didn't get any little samples of tags I could put in there, but I might have some of this. Now this is another, and you'll notice I have another digital that I'm using, and these just kind of fell in my lap, really, because this one is a it's for KB and from KB and Friends, I think is her shop's name. And she created a little workshop, Santa workshop folio thing, I guess you would call it a folio. And I want to build it, but I'm actually using pieces of it in the spread because it really goes with what I was trying to do. So, little letter to Santa, little note, and we can put them in here. So you see how that's, and I got these little letters, which we're going to be using these little tiny envelopes. And so you can put all these little letters in there. They won't be this tiny because, when it's a big page this big. And what you can do, you can reduce it and just put them in there for kind of show, and then you can tuck them in a bigger pocket maybe. And so, yeah, so that's that one. And on this side, I had something planned for the side, and now I don't know where I put that. Okay, I'm going to cut this little piece here so it can kind of match the tag. Yeah, I had something. Was it this? Maybe it's this. I was going to clip this on it. This is the other idea I have. I'll show you afterwards. And so let's now get into this side. And I'll try to explain as best as I can. So this will be like here. And so this is on our side, our letters to Santa. This is our mailbox type of thing. And then when you put your letter in the mailbox, it's going to go off on its way, right? When it goes off on its way, it will turn the page and it'll come to the North Pole. And in the North Pole, on the other side, the letter's popping out and going into the mailbox. And we're going to have Santa's. Oh, yes, this was supposed to be here. So now we're in the North Pole. And then we flipping it over. This is the inside, along with this one, because I wanted to have kind of a desk area. This is all part of the KB and Friends kit there. And so this is like this little kit. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking I'm doing. I'm going to put these back to back and then have that like that. And then you just kind of, yeah. And so on this side, this is where the North Pole is. And there you have it. This is the real North Pole. And as a vintage sign, it still hasn't really upgraded to much more than an actual wooden pole with two signs up and, kind of written by hand with North Pole on it at 2,917 kilometers. So, yeah, I found that pretty cool. So, and then I'm going to have this mailbox here, which is nice and vintagey, and I feel like it's a Santa mailbox. And it says Christmas mail today. So, yeah. So let's get to it. I'm going to now move my journal. So I'm not sure how I'm going to. I need to make like a flap of sorts. So we got these pieces. We got this piece, right? And they're going to be glued together, and I'm going to have to like trim it a bit. But they're going to be glued together, and then these two are going to, I'm going to get them to align. See, that's a little higher, so maybe this one's going to have to come up a little higher. And I'm trying to cover what's underneath, because what's underneath this for this image is this mailbox, which is kind of the same one because it's from the same kit. Maybe I can go a little lower. Can I go a little lower? I think that can go a little lower here. Because I need to align the little mail kind of mailbox hole. And I don't want to cover the pole. So if you do that, put that there, turn it over. And I'm just kind of trying to align it as best as I can. And I think what I'm going to do is I can feel the little indent of the other opening. And that's what I'm going to do. Use my little trusty little knife. And then I'm just going to cut that open. There we go. That wasn't too hard. And so I'm going to do the same. Kind of feeling it for where it is. Okay. And I'm just really doing this off the cuff here. I haven't really tried this. So we'll see if it works out. I can actually make them larger since the mailbox actually covers the page up, so it doesn't have to be pretty. So, and maybe this one should be a little wider because of the okay, so that's all right. And I could cut this a little bit better. And I should have my tiny precision scissors, but do I know where they are? Yes, right here. Sorry if I bumped the camera. Okay, that's moving a bit. And I'm just trying to trim that off. There we go. And let's see the other side. The other side is looking a little rough too. Let's see if we can. There we go. Okay, so we have all our slots lining up, and now I'm going to start to glue. Because yeah, so I'm going to start gluing. And I'm just going to ink this a little bit. And this letter, and this has letters for Santa. I don't know if you saw that one. And this mailbox, it's just an image I got off the internet, and this is my personal journal. So, and I printed a few, I found like tons, right? And so I just got one that kind of fit. And the other one on the other side is actually from Tracy Fox's kit, which kind of looks much better than this one, but it's okay. Okay, so now I'm going to glue, and I need, just use this. So now I need to glue all these layers together. Make sure my openings are lined up. There we go. Eat that a little bit. There we go. Okay, and I think I'm gonna glue these two together. I don't want to get afraid to detach that one. Sorry for my little off camera there. I'm trying to find a spot to get my glue all down. There we go. No, it should have been. Oh, okay, well that's okay. Okay, now, okay, that kind of moved. That's okay. Okay, now I'm going to glue these two pages together and hope for the best. Now I'm going to use glue stick because I find it will glue the best and not make any wrinkles. So if I use the wet glue, it will definitely give me unwanted wrinkles. But I can't. I have to be precise because I don't want it to move. And it's down. And we can always cut a little bit more of the slot. That's not a big issue. Right? We can let's just say it's a very rickety mailbox. It's very old. I had some sandpaper handy. I can just sand the paper, and it would take all those little rough spots out. Okay, that's not bad. I'm good. It's good. I'm good with that. And now the nice fun part is aligning this. Now this won't cover. This is the. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to put my hand in front of the. Just trying to straighten out my camera. There we go. So this is like a see-through pocket, and I'm hoping when you put the letter through, oh my, I just lost all my letters. Oh, here they are. Oh, a little all over the place today. That's okay. Okay, let's do it. We're going on in 30 minutes. See, it's nice and see-through. I love these pockets. So I'm just going to put it right on the image. And we're hoping, so on this side, we're sending a letter to Santa, right? And then on this side, it's being mailed into the mailbox. Like this. And then we're going to have all the other ones kind of in there. Like that. I find it cute. I'm just going to trim this off because we don't need that. I'm just looking for any kind of white. There's this one too. And we can also ink the edges. So And this side is the more kind of vintage look. And I want it to be outside of a house, so this kind of worked out really nice. There. And so you have, and you can like double side these letters so they're not, so you don't have any white. So I'll just put this one like on top of this one like that, and that way you kind of see it from both sides. And there's a little bit of piece. Like we can glue that one back to back actually, and it would be kind of cool. Okay, so let's see on our page what that would look like. And that would go here. So I really like that. And actually it would be this side. Yeah, I like this side better because with the colors better. And then when you turn it over, you have Santa's house and workshop. But I don't know. I'm starting to think now. I think I would rather have it just like this. And then I have Santa here. Kind of sitting at his desk and reading through the letter. And this is where I can put the letters I end up finding. I think I like that. See, too bad he wasn't in reverse. Maybe I could, I don't know if I can reverse the image and reverse print it so he's facing the mailbox. And he's in his workshop. But I also like that could be also less busy. Okay? Now it's a matter of trying to. Sorry about the zooming in and not zooming out. Here we go. See, in this one, like you kind of see it off in the distance is the North Pole. And then you have this and this, and then you have that like that. Okay. Oops, I'm out of screen again. Okay, so I decided to put just plain tape and make a flap, right? So that's what we have. And now I'm going to put this in the background, and I'm going to create this as a pocket. So I can put like letters, I can tuck in the letters afterwards. I'm going to try to zoom out a bit. There we go. So I'm going to, and then like I'll be able to put in their letters in afterwards once I find them. So I'm just going to use some of the, what did I got here? 3-in-1. Kind of Fabric sort of thing. And I'm just going to, now I'm just going to put the 2 corners. I'm not going to do 3 sides or anything because I want it to be enough room. I'll just cover the bottle before it gets goopy. And I'm just going to make sure that I can close that then. Right. And I really like that. And I'm going to put Santa here. And I'm just going to create a little tuck spot as well. Like I want to create as many little tuck spots as I can. So when I do find their letters, then I can just add them in. I think that's really, I think this is really playful and kind of fun. Some of the, like the only thing I like these letters aren't, I like the idea of these little letters, these packages and stuff, but they're not the kid type of letters to Santa envelopes, I'd say, but that's okay. We're not going to be too picky. So just to show, I don't know where I put my letter that I had, but I did find some little tags that we can put in the front, which can be used as to make their list. So now in the last few years, I've kept their my son's lists electronically of what I give them as a reminder of what I got them and stuff from previous years. So I can write those lists as wish lists now. They're like gift lists. And I'm going to be putting them there because we all know Mom and Dad were the Santas. So here's, and then you can just put them in there like that. And so it's like a little example. And a little example letter here. And then we have these here, and then we can like put another list in that kind of slot. I'm just like quickly cutting this out. And this page of tags is from Tracy Fox's digital. I'm using like so many digitals in this. And we can just put that there without covering the North Pole. That'd be cute. You can see the list right through. And then we got this one here. And this one's glued down here so we can put a bigger lit letter like we were. Now it's bugging me. I don't have that letter in front of me. But it was here like 10 seconds ago. I didn't even go anywhere. Here it is. There we go. And so you can put these taller ones. And that's like perfect. I really love that. So I hope you enjoyed that. And this here, so my other kind of smaller idea, this is from Kara Brandon Creations Christmas tag kit. And I think this was last year's 2024 or 2023. I can't remember. And she had, so she does a tag, digital, Christmas tags, digital almost every year. It's been the last 3 years, I think. And I think it was last year's that had one, a Dear Santa. And I had like a collection of wish lists and letter to Santa, things like, so I had created this, and it's a little tag here, just kind of there, a little pocket. And you open it up and it's a letter to Santa. So you can clip something under here. It's like a little tuck spot. Here, a little tuck spot from the thing. And then this is a tag. And letter to Santa. So it's a postcard. And I had made a pocket here. So we have this image here. Made a pocket. And this is their kind of Christmas, could be their Christmas wish list written in behind. I didn't get around to writing it, but they have it here. And I think this one was a separate tag because I found, and so this one's from 2022, and this is actually their wish list. I got to write it down. So yeah, so this one's actually their wish list for 2022. So I have that one written down, and I had 2 tabs. And so that I was thinking I can just have them clipped here like this, but that might make it bulky. Yeah, the flap gets a little on the bulky side. Um, I can just put it like a little paper clip, and see, this one's okay. But this one I could add as a separate, as a separate piece and have it clip in maybe beside it or something. Right, so I just wanted to show you that you can also make a smaller sized kind of Santa kit, Santa thing, which is really great. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed that. And hope you enjoyed my little spread. And that's letters to Santa. So we got kind of, and it has a kind of already the prompt list written for me already on here. That was pretty much what was missing, and the date. But in any case, so I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas Eve, because this is going to be, it's the 20, well, it's not the 24th when I'm recording this, but it's just a few days before the 24th. And so wishing everybody a Merry Christmas. And I hope everything, all your wishes come true, and your kids' letters to Santa were found, and Santa follows through. Always does. So anyway, uh, I'll leave you with that, and let the serendipity find you in your crafting. And until next time, bye.